Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive. It is a gorgeous, not really, not unless you like rain. It's been raining here for days. It's a drizzly, wet, nasty day outside. The one good thing, it's getting all of the dust and stuff off of the Toyota Tacoma. But I thought, since it is such a crappy day outside, it's a good opportunity to answer a question that people ask frequently on the question. And that is, am I going to void my Toyota Tacoma warranty? Now, I have something specific I want to talk about, but before I do, just a quick reminder. I am running a giveaway right now on the channel. It is a free pedal commander. You know, the little device that you plug in underneath your footwell, right above the accelerator, to get rid of throttle lag. I'll leave a link to the video down below. You can check that out. Make sure that you enter and watch the whole video. The drawing is going to be on November 25th, the day after Thanksgiving. So you've got a little bit time to get in on it. But let's get to the main topic today. Am I going to void my Toyota Tacoma warranty if I do my own oil changes? You know, I've had quite a few people ask recently about that. So I thought, you know, we're going to cover it real quick. First of all, there is an act out there, a law. It's called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. Now, it was put into place for just this reason, so that auto manufacturers couldn't void your warranty if you did the simplest thing to your truck. Let's say that you, I don't know, hung an air freshener from your rearview mirror, and then the week after that, your rear taillight quit working. They couldn't say that because you modded the truck, in other words, hung that air freshener in there, that your warranty is now void. Now, that is a pretty simple example. What it really means is that, and what the law states in brief, is that if you do anything to your truck that causes the failure of an otherwise warranted part, then that part will not be covered by warranty. So let's say that for some crazy reason you used a nail and hung that air freshener on your rear tail light, and it cracked the screen, the plastic around the tail light. Well, obviously that would void the tail light warranty because you did something that caused the failure of an otherwise warranted part. But let's get into oil changes because, like I said, I've been getting a lot of questions about that recently. You know, a lot of people, me included, like to do your own oil changes. I will be doing mine after the freebies are over. I think you should take advantage of the freebies. It's part of what you pay for when you get the truck, right? So as soon as it's over, I will be doing mine as well. Now, will you void your warranty? Well, it kind of depends. I mean, let's say that you do an oil change and you forget to put the oil plug back in, and all the oil drains out and your engine blows up. Well, that's on you. You did it, right? I mean, it makes sense, right? A lot of this is common sense. You did something that affected an otherwise warranted part, in this case, the engine, because you left the oil plug out, all the oil drained and burned up your engine. That's your fault. Now, let's say that you did that same oil change. You did it all perfectly fine. Everything was right. And again, that taillight quit working. Well, obviously not. That's not going to void your warranty. Now, what's important, I think, is, of course, to keep the paperwork. When you do your own oil change, you should keep the receipts from everything that you did. In other words, the new oil filter, the oil that you put in, and make sure that you put in an approved oil. If you look in the manual, there are listings of what approved or required oil is for the Tacoma. Again, obviously, if you put something in that's wrong, it's going to void the warranty. And don't think that the manufacturer isn't going to check. I mean, if you were to take it as far, let's say you go to a dealership and they won't cover your warranty because you changed the oil, they're going to probably take it as far as to have whatever oil is in the truck checked. In other words, to make sure that you use the proper type of oil, the viscosity is right, the blend, whatever it is, and that you didn't put like dishwashing detergent in there. It would make perfect sense and well within their rights, I think, as the manufacturer to check that. So you need to have the receipts to back up that you changed the oil and what you changed it with. Very important, and I think a lot of people overlook that. I'm sure if you're like me, you go to the store, you buy the oil, the filter, whatever, you come home, you change the oil, and that receipt is gone. It went in the trash with the old oil filter or whatever you do with it. So it's very important that you do that you keep the paperwork. If you want to be extra cautious, shoot a video. Take pictures while you're doing it. I mean, we all have cell phones now, right? And they're all video and picture capable. I mean, it's pretty easy while you're under there to take a picture of the plug off and then the plug back on. Maybe if you're torquing it down, what the torque setting was on the wrench. That could come into play too. I mean, let's say you did it all right and for some reason the oil plug fell out. You'd want to show that you did it correctly. And I'm talking to the nth degree here, because if you're in a court setting and you've unfortunately come to that point, you're going to have to prove everything that you did. You've got to prove your case, right? That it wasn't your fault, unfortunately. Now, what about mods and things, other things that aren't so critical? The same thing applies. You know, if you change something on the truck and something fails that you never touched, the dealership, the manufacturer cannot void your warranty. And it's kind of a gray line, I think. I mean, if you're working around something that is close to something that failed, yeah, maybe you're going to have a problem. Let's say that you put new lights in and your battery quits. Well, maybe you've got a short. Maybe you're running power all the time. You know, I put a wireless system, an accessory controller in my Tacoma, and I didn't hook up the trigger wire. So there was a constant draw. And it drained my battery. I came out one day, clicked the key, and that's what I got was just the click, you know, that click, 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 because the battery was run down, because it was sucking power all the time. And that's one thing to be cognizant of, I guess, if you put some kind of an electrical device in, and there is an option for a trigger wire, and a trigger wire, if you didn't know, that's something that will not allow the option to function unless the truck is either in accessory power or running. So make sure you install that unless you're driving the truck frequently. I know with the wireless accessory, it does state, or the controller I had, it does state in the directions that it could cause the battery to drain if you're not driving the truck. In this case, they said at least once within a couple weeks or something like that. It was an extended period of time. For me, it wasn't that long. It was only a few days, definitely not 2 weeks, and I had that problem. So just beware. Anyway, I just wanted to get on, kind of talk about that a little bit, because it seems that lately I've been getting a lot of questions about that. Will this, will that void my warranty? Leave a comment. Let me know. Ever been turned down on a warranty item at the dealership because of something that you did? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Robmotive Project Cars, currently all about the Mercedes-Benz. Got a little something going on over there right now. And Robmotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.